Happy Wednesday! It's a beautiful spring day out, and here is Reverend Jim's little Wednesday message.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you're doing well. All of us are getting through this, and I want to keep up a positive attitude and an optimistic attitude as well. Today I want to talk about nature for a few moments, God in nature. And I start with a passage from Genesis chapter 1, and I'm starting at verse 27. God created mankind in his own image. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with it and seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth and all the birds in the sky and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and everything was very good. And there was evening and there was morning the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all that time and all that wonder. I like that passage because it reminds me that God births into being all of creation, or cosmos, if you will. Every living thing has a purpose and a function in creation. And the creation story is contained in Genesis 1 through Genesis 2, verse 4. I've been feeling like a snail in a shell, like a turtle in a 3-gallon tank, like a man stuck in a 6-by-6-foot tent, confined, stuck, irritated. How about you? While confined in my little shell, I've been drawn to God's creation nature. I feel drawn to the way that nature pulls us into itself. I'm especially appreciative to a book given to me by Shelley Redman a few years ago called Seasons of the North. I want to show you just a few quick pictures.
It's now Shelley Tietzen, right?
Shelley Tietzen, thank you. Here's some of the beautiful photographs that are contained in this book.
Those are nice.
Beautiful, yeah. It's all the up north. Let me get to a couple more. Here's some birds.
And a fox.
And everywhere you turn, there's beautiful pictures. Aren't they nice?
The waterfall.
And this book has been on my desk for a while now because when I get tired and bored of being in the house, I can get out of the house by going to this book, Seasons of the North. Looking at nature is a way of being appreciative of how we're connected with nature. And even though we're confined in this shell or tent or whatever you want to call it, as long as I have pictures and I have memories in my mind of the beautiful sights up north or elsewhere, I can travel there and I can be comforted by the beauty of what God has made. Every late afternoon, Sandy and I, in fact, just got back from our nature ride. We take a ride through the country for about 45 minutes or so, and we have some special places like Pike Lake and Big Cedar Lake, and we go looking for birds and other items that might be interesting, and we find it's a time to relax. It's a time to feel connected. So another passage that brings me to the connectedness of nature is the beautiful passage from Psalm 8. And I want to read that to you now. Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory in the heavens. Through the praise of children and infants, you have established a stronghold against your enemies to silence the foe and the avenger. And here's the part I like. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of us, human beings that you care for us? You have made all of us a little lower than the angels and crowned us with glory and honor. You made us rulers over the works of your hands and put everything under our feet, all flocks and herds, all the animals of the wild, the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, and all that makes the paths of the sea. Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. 3 things I want to suggest to you. One is, the state parks are now open, so please feel free to go to them and experience nature firsthand. Secondly, get in your car after work, if you're working, and go for a ride after dinner and just explore nature. The beautiful county we live in has so many wonderful things to see. And lastly, when you go to bed tonight, think how majestic all of this is because God made it. And then we can enjoy it even though we can't be immersed in it. Have a wonderful couple of days. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.